So please, I want you to listen to this. This just happened to me a few days ago. There's one of my sister who is a nurse. I want you to be very careful of what you speak into people's life. Be very, very careful about it. So a few days ago, I was talking to, one of my sister who is a nurse. She asked me, she said, how is your leg? Because there was a time I slept on my leg, and then since then I used to feel some kind of. So she asked me, she said, how is your leg? And I told her, I said, my leg is fine. I'm feeling much better. The pain has gone. And actually, for months, if I don't know if you remember, I said for months, I've not felt anything there. So I told her, I said, my leg is fine. In fact, the pain is gone. I've been exercising. I've been going to the gym regularly. I'm not that fat guy anymore. I don't get pot belly. I look so sexy and all that. And then and then she replied something. She said, it will come back. Oh, sometimes the pain they go, they come back. The moment she said that stuff, something inside me changed. I felt discouraged, not because the leg pain suddenly came back, not because I started feeling any kind of pain or whatever, but because of what she said, that the pain they go sometimes, so they come back, of course she's a young girl now, still, so immediately she said that stuff, something shifted inside me, and then I held on to it, but I didn't say anything. I was just like, don't worry, the pain will come back and all. So today I called her, I reached out to her. I said, listen to me, my sister. I said, see, you work in healthcare. You understand? You work in healthcare. You have to be very careful of your words. You have to be careful of what you say to people. Because sometimes people don't only hear your words. People believe them. They don't only hear the things you say. It might come out as a joke or as a cruise, but they believe that thing you're saying. So please be very careful with your words. And to that, I say, when people believe something long enough, it can affect the way they think, it can affect the way they feel, and sometimes it can even affect the way they recover. Sometimes the things you say out of your mouth is more powerful than even the medicine you are giving to that person. Now, I'm not saying we should lie to people, all right? Neither am I saying we should ignore reality. No, that's not what I'm saying. But there's a difference between being honest and being hopeless. And there's a difference between telling people the truth and speaking defeat into people's life. You should be very careful of that. And I want you to know the difference. You see, sometimes people are fighting secret battles you do not know. Your friends, your family members, your loved ones, your boyfriend, your girlfriend. They are fighting secret battle you do not know about. The last thing they need is for someone helping that battle to grow inside their mind. You see, your words matters. As a parent, your words matter. As a teacher, your words matter. As a friend, your words matter. As a pastor, as a teacher, as a doctor, your words matter. That's why if you are my friend, there's something you notice about me. There's something I don't do. I do not do all those crews. Those things where you see people insulting each other. Yala yeah, your mother, your father. Those kind of cruise insults. Go better for you. Go do this. Go do the. Jokingly, I see people making those kind of jokes and fun of each other. And I say to myself, don't these people think some of these words you say to your friends actually hurts them deep within, even though they will laugh about it? But there are some things you say to your friends. There are some words, there are some jokes you joke with your friends. You should be very careful what you say to people. People are fighting secret battles you do not know about. Be very careful. Be very, very careful. That's why most of you do not have good friends. Most of you, your friend circle is all toxic. That's why most of you see, within your friend circle, everybody is doing bad. But you think it's spiritual. No, it's not spiritual. It's actually the words you discuss and you tell each other. Be very mindful of the things you say to people. As a friend, as a human being, you should always remember something. People will always remember the things you say, even long after you that said it has forgotten it. Words, people do not forget words. They will always remember. I want you to always remember this. Everything you tell your friends or people around you, either jokingly or cruise, as Nigerians will say it, it can either break that person or make that person. People always remember words, even after you that have said it has forgotten it long after. So be very, very careful of what you say to people. So before you say anything to someone, I want you to always ask yourself this question. This thing I'm about to say this to this person within this split seconds, is it going to be a blessing to this person, or is going to take away their hope, or is going to give them sleepless nights and a lot of thoughts? I want you to think about this. This is the lamp section with Oyelodi. Who are you? Peace.